Hey guys, what's up? How are you? It's your girl Tara H. Simmer. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ding the notification bell. So I know like in the last video I posted, I was talking about like my ideas for the second generation of that like LP that I started. But I was like, you know what? I don't really want to do that. I just want to start fresh, start this legacy challenge that I found. And that is what you're seeing here. So I am making the founder for the generation challenge I found. It is the Crybaby Whims challenge by Dread. Love her YouTube channel. Love her. She's an awesome YouTube content creator. But this challenge is just full of drama, and like I kind of read like a few of the generations and everything, and I am living for it. So the rules for this challenge is you must complete each goal listed for each generation in order to move on to the next. Some cheats are allowed to progress the story. It says I'll clarify in each generation. No money cheats. That's kind of not fun. But you can use free real estate for your first house in Gen 1, but that's it unless otherwise stated. You can determine if you want your lifespan on normal or long. Short is not recommended unless you want to have a nervous breakdown. You can take Sims into create a Sim full edit mode, since a lot of Sims need specific traits that interact with your Sim. And it says if you play this challenge, please tag me in hashtag Crybaby Whims, or DM me links to any YouTube videos in our Discord. So Generation 1 is Dollhouse. The aspiration we have to have is a successful lineage. The career is none at first, so your Sim is basically a stay-at-home mom. And then when she turns into an adult, she goes into the politician career. Either branch you can choose from. You don't have to do a specific branch. And then the traits she has to have are perfectionist, paranoid, and family-oriented. And each generation has a color scheme, so yellow and white. So what I did was I just dressed this Sim up in like yellows and whites, and kind of dressed her like housewifey, because that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting from this generation. And then like the house that I built has like a lot of yellows and whites in it. So I'm gonna read you Generation 1, and then I'm gonna kind of go over this Sim's backstory based off of Generation, like the synopsis for Generation 1. And then we'll go over the rules. So everyone thinks that we're perfect. Please don't let them look through the curtains. You grew up a perfect white picket fence life in a perfect home. Perfect parents, perfect siblings, perfect grades. Nothing was ever out of place, or was it? Your memory is a little jaded, it seems. Maybe you got it all wrong. You were taught father builds the home and mother maintains it. But how was dad making money again? Geez, you can't remember. Did you choose to forget? And like the perfect Sim you are, you fell in love in high school with the perfect person. Or you thought they were perfect until you saw them kissing your sibling. And only a few years later, they got married. You weren't even invited to the wedding. No, this wasn't how it's supposed to be. You were perfect. Where did it go wrong? You promised you'd keep to your mother's beliefs. You married young, 18 to be exact, and took care of your spouse. Of your home. But your ex was always hanging around your sibling's house, and you guys may have accidentally hooked up, and now you guys are pregnant, each having a different spouse. Is it weird to co-parent with your sibling's spouse? Should you keep seeing your ex? What about your partner? Will they catch you cheating? Will you tell them the truth or continue living a lie? So the rules for this generation is we have to have a high school sweetheart you start on bad terms with, have a very caring spouse who you're madly in love with, have a perfect white picket fence home with your spouse, slowly rebuild a relationship with your ex, start hooking up with your ex, and one of you gets pregnant, raise the child under your roof, have 3 more children with your spouse. Then you have to divorce your spouse as an adult and take all the children, stop being a stay-at-home parent, and join the politician career. Master our aspiration, and the big question is, will you continue seeing your ex? So I kind of came up with my own backstory for the sim that we're making. Her name's Adeline, actually, and it kind of follows the synopsis, but I changed it a little bit, like with the X and everything. So I'm going to read you the backstory that I came up with Adeline. So Adeline and Jared met her sophomore year of college before she dropped out. She dropped out because she was tired of doing everything she was told since she was little, and strived to be the very best her parents wanted. Not long after dating Jared, and Adeline got engaged and married. Jared knew Adeline was the one ever since he laid eyes on her in that college bar. Jared always grew up with money. His father owned a very successful business that Jared worked for all throughout high school and college. Over the years, Jared saved up a bunch of money so once he graduated, he could do whatever he wanted and didn't have to worry too much when looking for his first job. But since he met and married Adeline, he used that money to build a perfect family home from the ground up. Jared graduated with honors in criminal justice and is starting his police career. Him and Adeline are wanting to expand their family as soon as possible because they want a big family. So this is kind of where I change up the synopsis a little bit to create my own little storyline. So across the street, Adeline's best friend Quinn, who I got the base sim from Elena, sorry. She is a Sims YouTube creator on here as well. Love her too. But across the street, Adeline's best friend Quinn and her new fiance moved in. Adeline invited them, not knowing who the fiance was until he walked in the door. It was her ex-boyfriend from high school. Adeline and Hayes were the power couple all throughout high school and madly in love until senior year happened. Adeline always knew she wanted to settle down, but Hayes was a free spirit and wanted to travel. He didn't want to think about the future or go to college right away. On the night Hayes was leaving for his travels, he tried to convince Adeline to leave her life behind and come with him, but she couldn't, and they broke up and she never saw him again until now. Quinn and Hayes bumped into each other a few years later while Quinn was on vacation celebrating her graduation from law school, and they just hit it off. Not shortly after, they got engaged and are planning their wedding. Quinn has always had the skill about being with Hayes because she knows the history between Adeline and Hayes, but figured it wouldn't be a big deal since they were just teenagers. Quinn didn't tell Adeline who she was engaged to and kind of just surprised Adeline when they were invited over. Adeline explained to her that she isn't mad or upset and is just so happy that her best friend is happy and in love. Or is she? So I hope you guys are so excited for this new legacy challenge. This is going to be the main focus on this channel as of right now. I'm back. And I'm coming back very slowly, so I just don't want to overdo it with like having a bunch of different challenges. So I really want to play this through, and I am so excited. I'm so excited for the tea and the drama. I kind of have like everything planned out in my head, so we'll see how it unfolds in this LP. If you guys have any suggestions as far as like baby names, please drop them in the comments below, boy and girl names. Adeline has to have 3 kids with Jared, and then she has to have like a love child with Hayes. So generation 1, we end up having 4 kids total, so I will need name ideas. And I hope you guys like her. I hope you guys, I talked about Jared, so you'll get to see him a little further on in the Create a Sim video. And then in the first episode of this challenge, you guys will get to meet Quinn and Hayes. So I hope you guys are so excited. I know I am. I love you guys. I'm so happy to be back, like I said in the other video I posted. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!